Hello, this is the Watchdog, and welcome back to Fun with Watches. If watches weren't fun, you'd only need one. Today we're going to review the Lige LG10045 homage to a Rolex Submariner. Let's start with the wrist check. I'm taking my granddaughter to the water park today, so I'm wearing this Casio Marlin, which is one of my dedicated water park watches. And Grogu is wearing my Pin Time 2981. Grogu said he is the mascot of a new line of breakfast cereal called Grogu Grams. He said they're great. I told him I'm pretty sure that slogan is already taken. So he said, they're appreciable. I said, yeah, I'm pretty sure that one is available. Alright, let's take a look at the watch. Comes in a typical Lige box with the little tiny little baby cleaning cloth, inside warranty card and instructions, and a hang tag in case you don't think it's a real Lige. And here's the watch. A long time ago when I first started my channel, I reviewed a Lige automatic watch that I was very impressed with for the $40 I paid for it. So when I saw this Quartz version, I was hoping that I was getting the same watch but with a Quartz movement. Well, that is clearly not the case, and that really seems to be the norm, which may be one of the reasons why people tend to look down on Quartz watches. It seems like the attitude of manufacturers is that if it is an automatic, the buyer actually cares about watches and expects premium features, where someone buying Quartz just wants something pretty to tell the time. That's what this Lige is, something pretty to tell the time. This, of course, is an homage to the ever-popular Submariner. You can get it in black, blue, or green. It only costs $11, which is not a lot of money, and that, of course, is going to influence my final recommendation. The watch is 43.3 millimeters at the bezel, so it's bigger than a sub. 52.7 millimeters lug to lug with protruding end links, so yeah, it's big. But it's only 12.5 millimeters thick if you don't count the Cyclops, and I never do. Has a 20 millimeter lug width and weighs 129 grams on the supplied bracelet with one link removed. The bezel is a 60-click unidirectional with an aluminum insert. The action, of course, is mushy, very mushy. The clicks don't give you a lot of confidence, and there's a ton of back play. Then the dial, though, I like the dial. The dial has a nice sunburst effect. It really stands out compared to the rest of it. Then we have the Lige name and logo up top, and that looks to be applied. And then written on the bottom, we have 100 feet, 30 meters water resistance, Quartz, and profession. Not professional, profession. So we got another little lost in translation moment there. Then we have the applied loomed indices, and of course they are Rolex style. And then we have the hands. We have the fence post minute hand and the Mercedes hour hand and lollipop second hand. And look at that, the second hand actually hits the marks, which is pretty good for a Quartz watch at this price. And then we have a date with a Cyclops. Well, at least the date's centered, but this Cyclops doesn't magnify very much. So I don't know why they even bother with a Cyclops if it's hardly going to magnify, other than the fact that the Rolex has one. Then we have an unsigned push-pull crown. You're not going to get screwed down with only 30 meters water resistance. And let's check out the crown action. Doesn't feel super loose, but let's see what happens when I push it in. Oops. Alright. Basically, when you push it in, it's loose enough, it's going to move on you, so you have to hold it. Oop, no, that jump. No, we got some serious minute hand jump here. So yeah, that's the problem with these cheap Quartz watches. It's really hard to set them, which you think wouldn't be a big deal, but it is. It's annoying. At least the Quartz watch, though, you don't have to set it very often. But when you do, it sucks. Then we have a mineral glass crystal. It's flat. And of course the Cyclops that hardly magnifies. And then we have the case. The case is obviously chrome plated. I mean, just look at the color compared to the steel bracelet. Obviously chrome plated, plus it's shiny everywhere. The case back says it's all stainless steel, all full stainless steel, and that's a bold-faced lie. This is not stainless steel. Then the case back is a press-on. You're not going to get a screw down with 30 meters. And once again, it says full stainless steel, which is not true. Then it says water resistant, which I guess is true. You just get the 30 meters. And then you have the Lige Dream 1853. You have to believe that Lige has been around since 1853. I seriously doubt that. Underneath the case back is a movement of unknown origin. I didn't bother popping the case back and looking. It doesn't say in the ad, doesn't say on the watch. So I'm just going to assume it's Chinese and cheap. Then the bracelet, we have hollow end links, and the bracelet itself is hollow. You can see, oops. You can see that it's hollow, and you can just tell by feeling it. It's weird that you would think that you couldn't be able to tell, but you always can. That it's hollow just by the feel of it. And the links, they're fairly big though, and you have a butterfly clasp, which means getting in the perfect fit is going to be difficult. See, look how big these links are. And there's no half links. And the butterfly clasp, it operates just fine. It snaps. At least it's a push button and not friction. It's just, I don't know why they put a butterfly clasp on this. It'd be nice if it had a more traditional clasp with micro adjust, but it doesn't. But fortunately, I was able to get a good fit with it. Doesn't mean you will. Here's the watch and my 7.5-inch wrist. It doesn't look bad, but yeah, it's a big watch though. I mean, I can barely pull it off with 7.5 because the lug to lug is so big, plus it has protruding end links. If my wrist was any smaller, there'd be some serious overhang. And so I don't know, if your wrist is smaller than 7, I don't know if I could recommend this one. But, you know, it's up to you, of course. Some people don't care about overhang. But it's not a bad looking watch, considering what I paid for. Here we are in the lume room. An $11 watch is not going to have good lume, so let's see if it is at least so-so. As we speed up the time, we see that the indices and the lume pip aren't bad at all. But it is the hands that matter, and unfortunately they are already almost gone. Lume costs money, and you would have thought they would have just used non-lume indices so they could pay for better hands. What do I like about this watch? Well, I like the fact that the second hand hits the marks. I like this blue sunburst dial. And I like the fact that it has a really thin case back, so it helps keep this watch nice and thin. What are my gripes and groans? Horrible hand lume, mushy bezel action, butterfly clasp with huge links means it might be difficult to get a good fit. And it says full stainless steel on the case back when it is clearly not. Do I recommend this watch? Well, it's an $11 watch that looks decent. So, yes, I recommend it for the simple fact that it is $11. In fact, I got it at the big AliExpress sale and I only paid $8. So, yes, this is not a bad watch for $8. If it was much more expensive than $11, there's no way I would recommend this watch. Also, I won't recommend this watch if your wrist is much smaller than 7. Well, thank you for watching my review of the Lige 10045. And I will be back with an unboxing. I got something really exciting coming soon. I'm really excited about this, and you're going to be so surprised. And you're going to say, wow, I can't believe he got that watch. Be sure and like and subscribe to my channel. Bye.